So today the chapter that we're going to discuss, that is through the eyes of the traveler. This chapter is from the theme 2, and this chapter is little bit difficult, but little bit. But the way I will explain you will find it quite easy. And this is the first lecture that I'm delivering here, and I hope that I will be able to explain with my best possible efforts. Now, the name of the chapter is Through the Eyes of the Traveler, and the time period is 10th to 17th century. Now, basically, in the chapter, we will see the Indian society, the customs, and lot of things about India, not from the text that were written during the Indian period. Like earlier in the previous book, we discussed about the ancient society from the Vedas, from the Puranas, or Dharmshas, Dharma Sutra, these things. But in this chapter, we will discuss the Indian society, we will learn about Indian society through the eyes of the traveler. Means we will read the account of these travelers, whatever they have written about India. Sometimes there are conflicting opinions also, sometimes their account contradict with the contemporary society of that period. So let's start with the chapter. Now, in this entire page, I would say in the first paragraph, you have been explained that why the people used to travel from one place to another. Now, there can be many reasons, like written in your book. Like sometimes the people used to travel in search of work, like even today also the people travel in the search of the work. When they don't find any such work, and when the area is underdeveloped, then they move to the developed area. So the first major reason in the search of work, and the second one is to escape from natural disaster, because sometimes there are certain regions in our world where the natural disaster are very frequent. So they used to move from one place to another to escape themselves, to save themselves from the disaster. Second, as a trader also, like India was considered as a hub of the goods and precious goods, I would say. That is why many people used to came from Central Asia also, and even from the Europe also to India for the trade purposes, and the East India Company also came for that. Now, as a merchant, soldiers, priests, pilgrims, or driven by sense of adventure. Now, there were certain people who really like to travel throughout the subcontinent. So, for this adventure, adventure means something that is dangerous, but you do it because you like to deal with all these things. And for the pilgrimage also, sometimes your ancient shrines are located in a different place. So that is why, like if you take the example from the political science, like there is a gurudwara in the Pakistan, and the canal has been, oh no, I would say corridor has been built that reach you over there. So for the pilgrimage purposes also the people used to travel. So now, when the people goes to the another land, then they encounter a new world. They see new people, encounter with the new society, new customs, new values, and new social life. So whatever they find unique or the different, they give it the place in their accounts. Like also we discussed about many travelers, and they wrote about those things which they find interesting, which they found unique, that is not in their country. Like if we take the example of the Ibn Battuta, and the region from where he came, there the cultivation of the coconut and the palm, like coconut and palm were not cultivated there. So these things were unique for this person. So that is why he wrote a detailed account about them. So that is the reason for traveling we have discussed, and what they used to observe and what they wrote in their account we have discussed about it. Now we know that many people traveled in India also, but the account of the man we have now, we will discuss only about the accounts of these men. We have not found even a single account of a woman, although we know that these women also traveled in the subcontinent. Now, the accounts that we have, they are very much different, depend upon the subject matter, depending upon the affairs of the court. But all these accounts deal with the different things. Like some account tells us about the court, some tells about the cities, some tells about the means of communication, some tells about the social customs of society. Now we will discuss the account of all these travelers and look at what they tell us about. They all tell us about different things. So some tell us about the affair of the court, others focus on religious issues, architectural features, or the monuments that were in India. So some wrote about them. Like for example, Vijayanagar Empire that we will discuss in the next to next chapter. So that was a huge empire, and it is believed that its इमारतें जो थी वो आसमानों को छूती थी, ऐसा माना जाता है। तो उसके बारे में हम डिस्कस करेंगे फ्रॉम द अकाउंट जो है हमें ये अबू रज़ाक समरकंडी का ये काफ़ी डिटेल्ड डिस्क्रिप्शन देता है इसके बारे में। तो यू कैन गेट द क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम हियर दैट who provide us detailed description of the Vijayanagar Empire. So it is Abdul Razak Samarkandi who came from Herat. Now, even we have found the example of those persons who traveled within the Mughal Empire, but they did not cross the boundaries of their continent, subcontinent, and there are many people who even travel extensively within the Mughal Empire. They wrote about the account of the different places found unique in the Indian subcontinent. Now, in this chapter, we will basically discuss the account of the three travelers. Major focus will be on those, but we will discuss about others also, like Al-Biruni, and you must remember about the account of them, what book they have written, and from where they came from. Like Al-Biruni, we discussed, so this person came from basically Uzbekistan, and he came in the 11th century. Then second is Ibn Battuta, who came from Morocco, that is in present day Africa, and he came in 14th century. And the last and the about one which we will discuss, who gives us the contradictory opinion of the Indian society, that is Francis Bernier, who came in 17th century. So this is a brief introduction about the chapter through the eyes of the traveler, and we will discuss the next page and the next to next page also tomorrow, and in this way also, in this way. So I will try to provide a detailed description of the every page in the best possible manner. So thank you for listening. If you have liked the video and understood well, then please continue watching my next videos also. Thank you. I think it must be saved somewhere.